Hi, this is Plain Crazy. This is another little project I've made in Codea. You can see it's a kind of a very simple top-down flight simulator, lots of instruments at the bottom, kind of very simplified world at the top. I'll show you kind of how it works here. You pull back on the throttle, nose down to release the brakes. Plane starts to move along the runway. We get up to speed, and then we tip back on the iPad to get in the air. Go up too steeply. We got the stall. Here, I'll show you. Stall again. If you don't put the nose down and pull out of the stall, what happens pretty quickly is boom. All right, so now that you've seen what not to do, let's try it again. And obviously, kind of a light touch on the tilt controls is what's needed. We pull the throttle all the way back, nose down to release the brakes. Now we're picking up speed again, trying to stay on the center line of the runway. And once again, we kind of ease back slightly this time. We pick up just a little bit of altitude just in time to clear the end of the runway, and now we're off. Okay, if you see the little map up in the corner, there are some targets that we're looking for. The gameplay is kind of based loosely on the old Dreamcast game Crazy Taxi. We're trying to reach the little targets before our time runs out. So here comes one of our targets, and weep, we picked up one. Okay, if you see the little timer in the corner, whenever you get a target, you get some more time. You can think of the timer as our fuel. As I make a steep turn here, you can see I'm kind of losing altitude. Once again, it's hard to hold your altitude in those steep banked turns like that. So I'm at about 170 feet here. Or actually I'm below 100. I got to try to pick up a little altitude. All right. So now I'm aiming to the east here at the next. I'm going over this very regular forest that kind of gives the landscape a little variety anyway. We're getting closer to the one target here. Some of the targets are quite large. Some of the targets are small. The smaller targets give you less time. See, I press back on the throttle there a little bit. Releasing the throttle slows down the timer. We do go slower. We can't pick up altitude as well, but sometimes it's good to kind of play with the throttle a little bit to find that perfect cruising velocity where you're able to go along with less loss of your time, and still able to get to your target. Okay, now we're aiming for one of these smaller targets here. These little yellow targets are harder to hit, but they give you a bigger boost in time. Occasionally you'll see a red target pop up. Those are really tiny. You have to hit them just perfect, but they give you a big boost in time. All right, we're closing in on the yellow target. As you can tell right now, the terrain's pretty unvaried. That's one of the things that I've definitely got some work to do on. And here comes our yellow target. We're going to go right across the middle, and once again, we got a target. Okay, so we're getting ready to go for the next one here. And I'm trying to aim at this little guy. And I know it's right around here, and ooh, I let my altitude get down to about 40 feet there. That wasn't smart. Okay, we're back up to about 200 feet. Gives me a little maneuvering room, even though I am going the wrong way. Now I gotta try to turn around. Still kind of heading in the wrong direction here. All right, now we're going back to the south again. Whoops, not paying attention, and I impacted the ground. Anyway, that gives you a basic idea of how the game works. Obviously, still some room for improvement, but not bad for